like they're still doing hand warmers, but yeah, people kind of question, what's going on with how can a stream improve? How can a stream get better? How can communicate better? What's one thing that people do when they look at, for example, the LCS? Oh my goodness, look at this quality. They do replays. Oh my god, that's amazing, right? That stuff isn't easy to do. The equipment that they have, it's fantastic. You need a TriCaster do that unless you're doing it how Geeky Goon Squad does it, and that's not a cheap thing. Even what Geeky Goon Squad does with 2 laptops, it's not optimal. It can break at any moment. TriCaster, you're looking at a few grand. I'm gonna keep it. You can do a cheap one, for like 7-8 grand at B&H. But if you want a quality one, you're gonna need to spend 5 figures on that.
It takes money, but you know what else it takes? Dedication. Heart and dedication.
Yeah, that too. Someone just dropped a coffee in front of them. All right,
so coming up, I believe this is Kilo versus Lunchables. Okay. And for those that don't know Kilo, he looks to be a Samus main. Lunchables looks like he is going Fox.
Yeah, I heard him mentioning that he was going to go all Fox today, unless he ran into a certain player, in which place he would probably play Young Link.
Oh, Young Link?
Yeah.
I've known Lunchables in the Melee scene. I actually teamed with him at my first tournament when I started, and I've known him as a Marth player, so this is going to be interesting to see him play Fox.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he already looks like he has a pretty solid handle on the neutral game. Let's just see how he ends up dealing with this Fox Sandwich matchup. It's kind of awkward at some points. I feel like this is one of those matchups where Fox really wants to play a lot more reactive. And take note of how she's playing. Samus just like to stay grounded usually. But, as soon as she takes to the air, he has a great air-to-air option that can lead into a lot of things, including a back air of smash, and that's his nair, even his forward air at some points.
And as you said, Samus's back air is actually stronger than it looks. It can kill at pretty early percentages.
And also one thing that's going to be kind of weird in this matchup is how the offstage game is handled by both players. For example, Lunchables taking his time, saying, I'm going to take the ledge, you're going to have to use your grapple, get up there, and I'm still going to use my invincibility or flying up, and I'm getting the back air close to the stock. And that was not a good up B out of shield, which is a great option, but that was an even worse illusion from Fox. But hey, live and learn. Nice edge cancel, but complete swings and whiffs on both of them from Samus. And I like what Lunchables is doing. He's playing very... I don't want to say he's playing optimal at this point, because, he hasn't really gotten a chance to show off a really great punish. But his neutral game, there are very few wasted moments.
He's playing... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well,
he's playing very patient, and he's just sort of sitting back, using a lot of lasers, doing short hop double lasers, so he can get the maximum amount of damage that he can from far away from the stage to make sure he's safe. Because Samus has a lot of good approach options and a lot of good counter options, as you just saw with the up B out of shield.
Well, the approach options aren't so great, but it's more so punish options, especially when there's a clink or something like that, but catches a tech in, interesting. That's also one thing that I really appreciate watching a lot of Samus is take note of, how they deal with having a fully charged shot. And yeah, Kilo was holding on to that for a long time, he made a count there. But even in addition to that, what was I going to touch on? I forgot what I was going to say next. It's been a while since I've done this, excuse me.
It's okay. So it looks like Lunchables has got Samus off stage. One of the tricky things with Samus is edge guarding her, especially on a huge stage like Dreamland. But it looks like Lunchables gets the kill because Kilo had relatively poor DI.
But also with that, one thing that a lot of players will do is they can actually go out there, shine the bomb, and well, it's kind of a weird option because it does set her up, but it also throws off her recovery. She has to rethink things.
One of the things with Samus is that a lot of people don't really know unless they actually play the character is that when you actually throw a bomb out, you have a lot of frames before you can actually do another thing. So there's a huge gap that a lot of people don't really contest. And for people with like projectiles, like let's say Lunchables plays Young Link, he'll have a pretty easy time going out there and just throwing a bomb to counter Samus's bomb jump and potentially convert it into a harder hitting edge guard like forward air.
Well, even like that, he can just go out there and trade a bomb with a down air and hit Samus with it as well. Oh, that was a beautiful option for a. That could have been a up smash out of shield. Just one thing I feel like a lot of newer players kind of forget exists as an option. That was a huge movement on the dash attack from Samus. Went right through it, had all day to punish afterwards, and that would have been an easy way to close in stock. And again, just take Sledge. You're not going to get the Sledge for free. No way. You got to get through me, and he's not having any luck doing it.
Lunchables fading back with a lot of lasers, trying to stay as safe as possible. Gets a grab. Up throw for Fox doesn't always work because Samus has a frame 3 in neutral air, and that can stuff a lot of approaches out of throws.
But also, I guess, part of the thing that we're going to see is just that, well, it's going to be, I don't even know, it's going to be really, really rough for this matchup because we already see how Lunchables is playing this. He's playing it, well, okay, solid punish there, pulling some good damage. DI was not the one left tilt by any means, but probably wasn't expecting it. Gets a trade, finally gets a KO, but, you know, we're seeing that he has to go to a smaller stage on the next game because Lunchables just been running around in circles around him. That's not too good, and that should be it. Yeah.
Even on Dreamland, Samus will die at over 100. Just around.
Even though the DI again wasn't great there, but we'll see. I mean, we need a smaller stage if you're Kilo right here, because you're getting lasered for maybe, I'd average maybe 30 to 40% for each stock. I would guess. That's not good. That's a huge deficit, because that's one of the things that a lot of people kind of forget about the laser game. You're putting pressure on, you're adding damage, basically no commitment from everyone on the stage. That's one thing that makes Leffen so great. He's not afraid to use it. One thing that people kind of talk about Mango with. He doesn't go to it so often in every matchup like Leffen will, but meh.
What do you think, if Kilo stays Samus, where do you think he's going to counterpick?
I guess it depends on the ban. I'm definitely not thinking any big stage. I'm thinking either FOD or Yoshi's. That's where I would go.
I would say Yoshi's definitely.
I mean, Yoshi's, you're not going to be able to get the KOs, or you're going to get KO'd fairly quickly by Fox in this map, Power at the same time. It's going to be kind of close as well, just because the edge guarding is going to be a bit easier, especially if you get those crouch counts down smashes in, which usually lead into a lot of edge guard situations. So.
Looks like we're going back to Dreamland, though.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Looks like we're going to see more lasers.
And the projectile game he hasn't really used too much of a projectile game anyway, Kilo.
He's been relying a lot on just aerials and just running smashes.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you know, you're going to get some pretty good stuff off of trades here. But look. You're going to be running around chasing him for how long? How good is your neutral? I'm not sure that his neutral is going to match up to Kilo's, or his neutral is going to match up to Lunchables, so. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this counter pick at anyway. It's not a good day for him. Not a good day for the Samus. It's one thing that a lot of players might have opted for would have been a down tilt as well to catch the recovery, but Lunchables taking his time. Randy up air, we'll take it. Gets a KO. Okay. I don't know, man. This is not something I would have done, but.
Lunchables fading back with more lasers. He's pinned up to the ledge.
He doesn't mind, though. He does not mind. Look how many character lengths away Kilo has been this entire set. How many different times has he been within, I'd say, one or two, besides those couple of instances? Look where he is now.
Oh, no. Is that going to be a stock? Nope.
We're on
Kilo
NTSC.
doesn't capitalize at all.
Look at him. Again, attack on percentage, forcing Kilo to come in. Kilo's not making it in safely at all, especially with these great hitboxes from Nair and from back air. This was not a wise choice in my opinion. Up air, now, maybe a Nair trying to just reset to an edge guarded situation or a back air. Maybe you could try to go for something with a down air just to force some sort of recovery on that platform to a tech chase situation. But this is, I mean, we talk about the decision making in a match, but also leading up to the match. And I don't think this was a good decision by any means by Kilo.
Nope. And all that Lunchables has to do is just camp him out, and it doesn't look like Kilo really has adapted to like getting camped.
No, look at his approaching. He's not approaching. He's basically at those couple of instances, dash in, wave dash back. Lunchables is ahead by a full stock. He does not have to approach. The onus is on you. It's playing from behind. You have to approach. You have to get the KO.
You have to take those risks. And some of those risks aren't just looking. He's not taking any risks, but.
And he's not catching up. That's why. I mean, yes, you're playing from behind and you don't want to lose the lead anymore, sure. At the same time,
Tries to go for a tether but fails it. Doesn't get the input.
he's afraid to commit, and he has to do something quick. He has to try and trade with a nair or back air, just cliff the stock, but
Whatever this game plan is, he needs to totally rethink it. He needs to start going in. He needs to figure out, okay, what is Lunchables doing? What can I punish? He's pinning himself back into the corner.
and
Near
he's
the
not
ledge.
pushing.
Maybe. Oh, no. Well, he gets a stock that way. Lunchables, cherry
So far,
stocks.
11 damage the stock, based off of lasers alone. I'm going to count it just this stock. I said between, what, 30 and 50, I would say?
I'm surprised Kilo isn't going for, like, up airs.
He was at
especially
one time, but also one thing
Now
is
he
that
is.
Lunchables has been really confident at going to that top platform, and well, yeah, it's not going too great for him.
I think a better counter pick probably would have been Pokemon Stadium, just because it doesn't have that top platform.
But
I'm not
again,
sure
you're giving him that, you're still giving him that room to run and laser.
Yeah.
This has been Lunchables' bread and butter. Also, one thing is he's been going for these straight lasers, not going for too many straight missiles, not too many of the homing missiles on those recoveries. And yeah, sometimes he uses a homing missile just to set them up for the edge guard afterwards. He's got to learn a bit more of his moveset here.
Oh no, this is another tether. Looks like Lunchables has this under wraps. Kilo's trying as much as he can to try and get an aerial, but he's not really... He's just throwing them out. He's not spacing them right. He's not trying to figure out, like...
You know what this is?
What?
This is a mental break. It's Kilo at this time. He's done. You know, he's getting frustrated because he can't catch Lunchables.
He's playing on tilt.
Yeah. Lunchables is trying to just go to the top platform and just get past him using Fox's superior mobility, and it's been working for him basically all day. And well, even that wasn't a great punish from him, but he's fine with this. You know, we're got 5 minutes into the set almost.
Oh,
or 5 minutes
wow.
into this match almost.
Hopefully
He's
this
fine
won't
with
be
this
a
playing this
timeout.
out.
Nice punish there from Lunchables, tucking on some extra damage with even more lasers. I think Lunchables at this point has just realized, like, hey, I don't even need to camp anymore. I can just go in and finish this game. He might be getting a little antsy, and that could come back to...
It won't harm him. You're not going to make this comeback unless you are having the greatest stock of your life. And even then, one trade with the back air at this point.
That's going to be
Yep,
game.
how many stocks?
Oh.
Okay. It's charity. We'll take it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But it
if he
doesn't
goes-
matter. Look.
Yeah,
Look.
true. I mean,
It was already over.
he got a little antsy. He lost the stock.
There was already riding on the tombstone at that point. One stock lost. The set was nowhere in danger at any point, man. That was not pretty. But I hope Keel sticks to it. You know, it's something he has to work on. He's got to work on knowing when he has to go in. He's got to work on, I guess, figuring out the patterns and how to approach those, how to break up those angles of approach. You know, maybe an up air would have caught that one angle between the side platform and the top platform. A well-placed up air could have interrupted that.